hello, and welcome to the Southern Belle NOLA channel. I'm your hostess, Southern Belle, and this is the Saturday edition of the Bargains by Belle auction. And look who is back to co host with me again, none other than Katie Marie. Welcome, Katie Marie.
Hi, Belle. Hi, chat. Hello, everyone.
I'm so glad that you could fit us into your busy schedule. Having a co host makes it so much easier to auction. And you have such a wonderful, gentle, calming voice.
Well, thank you very much. I'm happy to be here tonight with everybody and excited to help out.
Okay, well, why don't we scroll to the top of the chat and say some hellos, shall we?
That's a great idea.
Okay, first in, I see Kitty Hedgehog. Hello, Kitty. Hello, Terry, if you're watching, and all the cats and dogs and chickens.
Hi, Kitty. Welcome in.
And running the chat today is Melissa McIntosh.
Hi, Melissa. Thank you for helping out in chat today.
And next we have CQ Kathy. Hello, Kathy.
Hi, CQ Kathy. Welcome in.
Next, I see my moderator who tonight is making the list and checking it twice, Rainbow Cook for Wrinkles.
Thank you for your help tonight, Rainbow.
Hello, Rainbow. So if y'all need to double check that something's been written to add to it, you need to swap a color or a style, Rainbow is the lady that can help you tonight.
Hi, Janice. Welcome in.
Okay, let's see. I see we so crafty Jen. Much for being here. I appreciate you.
Hi,
Katie
Jen.
met
Welcome in.
Jen, have you met Katie Marie?
I think this is the first time, so welcome in, Jen.
Well, with a crochet queen and a so crafty, you think maybe I should show some crafts tonight? I don't know. Oh. And here's Janice as we make our way down the line. Thank you so much for being here, Janice. And Janice is suggesting that y'all click the thumbs up. And I'm asking, please, please, please also, and click the share button and share me out on your YouTube community page, on your Facebook, Instagram, all your Discords, including mine, TikTok, Twitter, which is now called X, and any other social media you have. Next, our sweet teenager of the group, Miss Shelby. Hi, Shelby.
Hi, Shelby. Welcome in.
Okay, so far that's everybody that I see in chat. So let me tell you the obligatory information while others come in, which is that if for some reason you have never bought anything from me before and you think you might possibly want to bid tonight, then what you need to do is send me a registration email and let me know your real name and your YouTube name and your shipping address. That way I know where to send your items and where to send your invoices. Once you've done that, you can bid. The way you bid in my chat is in numbers. That way I have a legal representation, knew how much you were going to be billed on your invoice, because you are obligated to pay for absolutely everything that you bid on, win in the auction, that all sales are final, all items are as is and where is. And the only time you can retract is during an auction. I do not cancel invoices at all ever for a reason. You just simply have to pay for what you win. The methods of payment that you have are a choice of Zelle or PayPal. Zelle is my preferred method of payment because there are absolutely no fees because from bank to bank. And it's also guaranteed system. But I also accept PayPal. PayPal is the software by which I make your invoices, and it's also how you can pay with your bank card, your debit card, your Visa, Mastercard, American Express, Discover card, Venmo, Apple Pay, and a whole bunch more options. The method of shipping that I use is called Pirate Ship. Pirate Ship is a discounted shipping service that works both UPS and USPS in order to get the deepest counted rates. Those discounted rates are based on three criteria: the weight of the package, the dimensions of the package, and distance from your zip code to mine. I'm in the suburb of New Orleans, Louisiana. That's why my channel is Southern Belle Nola. And speaking of reasons that we call ourselves things, Katie, I'm looking at that cute little icon. Is that a panda?
It is a panda bear, Belle.
And does it have a significance to you by chance, or you just thought it was cute?
No significance, just thought it was cute.
Okay, I have expected you to say, well, I collect pandas, or pandas are one of my favorite animal, or I have a sweet story where I saw a panda at a zoo when I was growing up. Okay, sometimes, there's an elaborate story, and sometimes it's just cute, and I can accept that. But I had to ask, because I know otherwise somebody in the chat would say, now tell us about the panda, Katie. All right. And thank you once again for being here with us.
I'm happy to help. I'm excited to get started.
Okay. Well, the way we get started here is I say, laissez le bon temps rouler. Let the good times roll. Roll in your life, roll in your heart, roll in your soul. Roll on and on and on. And y'all keep in mind that everything you buy tonight will get combined with the Sunday snack auction and will get combined with the Monday night auction at 7 p.m. with our sweet Jane. So many more times to combine and then save on your shipping. I do my packing and my invoicing on Wednesday, Thursday. And if ever you're going to be out of town or you need to change around the date for delivery or whatnot, all you have to do is send me an email. But once it's packed, then there is no wiggle room because then it is in my way. But when it's sitting in your bin, you got a little bit of wiggle room. Okay, I've got lots of great things planned tonight. I've got some jewelry. I have a few stationery things that, believe it or not, with a whole second stationery sale, I still didn't get to show. I have some organizational devices, some craft items, clothes. I have some DIY kits, some super cute socks. And as always, I am taking requests. And y'all know when I have a co-host, I can actually run and get stuff. Now, I can't, unpack the closet where something's in the back. But if something's on the other side of the room or in the next room over, I can get that. So y'all let Katie know your requests, and I will do my best to find those things. But the way we get the auction started tonight and at the top of every hour is with a fun round I call Belle's Bargain Bonanza. And in this round, everything starts out at just $1 for choice. So I put out the weird grid and I have these super cute charms. We have some charms of faith. We have a lot of different crosses. We have some blinged out moons, a flower, a ship's wheel, a cute little cat, a heart, and a textured geometric. I don't know if y'all can see this, but this little one actually looks kind of like a sword.
Lots
kind of a amalgamation between the sword and the cross.
Lots of great choices tonight, only starting at $1.
Thank you, Katie. All right, who's that brave person who's going to bid first? Now, some of these I have multiple, some of these are one and done. So if you're a person who wants to make earrings, then let me know and I can see if I have duplicates. Or maybe you want a whole bunch of the same type to make a charm bracelet or to bookend a charm bracelet. If you have questions, y'all feel free. And just like
Kitty,
that, Kitty is. I'm sorry, you go ahead, Katie, please.
Kitty's in at 1, looking at 125.
Thank you. I forgot I assigned you to read that to me. Kathy Wood! Hello, hello. I'm so glad to see you. You know, Kathy Wood on other channels is called Lucky Pants. But when she comes here, I feel like I'm the one who's lucky to get her in my chat. And the blingiest of the blingy. Hello, Blingy.
Welcome in,
You
Kathy,
know,
and hi, Blingy.
And I have to say, I'm not on camera very often. I don't know if Katie's even seen me on camera, but when I go on other channels and it's a social situation, I'll be on camera. And I always try to bling it up a little bit for the camera. But every time I bling it up, I always think, oh no, is it too much? Am I going to hurt Blingy's feelings? And one of the mods on another channel said, no, she is the blingiest. So therefore, other people have to bling it up for her to be the blingiest of the blingy. So once somebody told me that, I'm like, oh, okay, I feel better now. Because I never want to take anything away from somebody else. But to be the est, other people have to be blingy and blingier, right? Okay, $1, and we are looking for $1.25. I'm so glad you're here. I love seeing you at my channel. Blingy, if you ever want to co-host sometime, send me an email. I know sometimes you're not able to read the chat. I didn't know if that's only when you're selling stuff, but if you ever want to try to just co-host sometime, because I, boringly do all the selling on my channel. But if you ever want to just co-host just to be social and make friends, send me an email. It's always fun to have different people. So Thursday, Katie was at school, so I didn't have anybody. I need to find more co-hosts. That way I'm not always inconveniencing Katie. Or else I
Not a
need to beg
problem at
and
all.
plead
Anybody,
to make, or else I need to beg and plead to get Katie on a regular basis for Saturdays. But sometimes she may have social engagements.
anyone for $1.25? Melissa says going once. Twice.
Wait, why is there a contest? Did I miss something? And Kitty's right. We need more thumbs. I see we've got 15 people watching. We started out with a couple thumbs, so hopefully we're getting close to 20. My goal by the end of the show is to get to 30. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Oh, okay. Well, if you're interested, just send me an email. So, because I could always use some backups.
Sold to Kitty. Congratulations. Be sure to let us know which one you'd like.
Congratulations, Kitty. And after Kitty picks, we'll open this up to the chat. So remember to let us know which one, the quantity, and then when you're done. Okay, surprised we haven't seen Miss Patty yet.
Kitty would like to know how many you have of letter D.
Sadly, letter D is a one and done. I'm sorry. So if you needed two to make earrings, feel free to retract. I will understand. Because I know sometimes just one won't do, and it won't hurt my feelings. Because I've sold to Kitty before, and she's ordered some of my bags of mystery charms. And I remember she chose only pairs. And if any did a bag of mystery charms, let me let you know how it works. For the low price of $5, you can get 10 charms. But the reason it's a mystery is I picked them out. However, you can pick all pairs or all random. So if for some reason you want the bag of both mystery charms, all you have to do is put it in the chat and then let Melissa know if you want pairs or all random. Nana, na 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 na, na 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 na. Hey, 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 Nana's here. Hey, Nana. Okay, what
Kitty would
about
like to
E
know how
and
many of F that you have.
okay, I have I know I have multiples. Let me count them out real quick and see. The difference between E and F is silver tone versus gold tone.
And welcome in, Nana.
Okay, let's see. In gold tone, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the one I'm showing makes 7. Silver tone, I have, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, and the one on display, which makes 9. So I have plenty of the moons. And just look how sparkly and gorgeous they are with these paved Austrian crystal rhinestones. There's a nice close-up. And if anybody else wants to see any of these others closer or has questions about quantity, y'all let me know. Oh, thanks for all the hearts, Nana. Hearts back to you, sweetheart. Always better when you're here. Oh, and watch your mail. You got gifted a couple of times last week. I don't know if it's reached you yet or not. Always fun to get gifts in the mail. I'm not really a secret Santa because everybody can see on the replay who bought what for who. Oh,
Kitty, if
it's
you'd
so
like any of E and F, go ahead and let us know.
yes, 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 yes. Thank you so much, Katie, for keeping me on track. Sometimes I just get to talking.
That's okay, Belle. Happy to help.
Aw, you're such a treasure. And then after Katie, we're going to open this to the chat and we'll see who wants what. So let us know which one, what quantity, and then when you're done, put done.
In just a moment, Nana, we are waiting to hear from Kitty, and then
Oh,
it will
wait,
be
I think
open.
Kitty's order's up.
Oh, Kitty says 4 gold, 4 silver, and 2 other matching.
Okay. Do you want to be surprised or you want to see them here? Two other matching. Let's see what else I've got that matches. Oh, since Kitty has dogs, cats, and chickens, how about for your two other matching these paw prints with the sparkly gold? So I'm thinking if she likes sparkly, I think she'd like some sparkly paw prints.
I think those are cute.
I love when y'all let me pick stuff that I think y'all will like. Of course, if y'all don't like it, you can say, maybe one more try though. And it won't hurt my feelings if sometimes y'all say, good try, but one more try, Belle. Okay, so let's see. Did I get it all? The gold, the silver, and the matching. Yes, I got it. All right, so now we're open to the chat, right, Katie?
We are open to the chat, so if anybody else is interested, these are available for only $1.
So, Mr. Terry, if you're waiting, now's the time.
Nana would like one letter B and one letter D.
Okay.
I like letter D too, Nana. I think that's pretty.
Okay, got it, got it. Thank you, thank you. Okay, anybody else? I'm trying to stall, scraping it to the side because I know we have a lag and sometimes people change their minds. Here's a little different angle so you can see the heart has a little keyhole in it. Here's the ship's steering wheel. Once again, you can see how blingy these moons are. Got lots of different types of crosses. And then we've got this geometric, and I don't think I showed this one before. One of the things that's great about it is it's double-sided. And if you look at it on the side, it's kind of wavy. You see how it's kind of wavy? And I do have multiples of this one. And I have multiples of quite a few of the crosses, not all of them. Okay, anybody else? Yes and no. The way I invoice is we combine the stationery sale from Thursday with tonight, and then we have the Sunday afternoon snack sale and Monday night at 7, and then I invoice Wednesday, Thursday. If for some reason Wednesday, Thursday doesn't work for you, just email me because I know you're a responsible buyer and you've had no problems with your invoices. And you can just tell me and we can work it out. But normally my invoicing days are Wednesday, Thursday. Except when, there's a postal holiday, of course. Okay, anybody else? Last call on these. I'm about to scrape it to the side. But Melissa can usually go back and figure out who wants what if need. All right, let me move these to the side. Oh, good. Well, you can always let me know, but once it's packed, then you're obligated. Until it's packed, there is wiggle room. And some people even say, pack me first because I'm in a hurry, or pack me last, and if you're late, it's okay. Because sometimes people are in a hurry, and sometimes people are like, last is fine. Okay, next, I want to change to a bigger grid, and I got some soda light. Are y'all familiar with soda light? It is beautiful. There are blues and grays in it. These are going to be $3. And you're going to say, those are all the same. Well, if you look at them, the striations, the coloring is different because when you have natural stones, much like snowflakes, no two are going to be exactly alike. Now, there's some picky McPickersons who care which one they get. So if you are a person who wants to pick your exact pendant, then you can. If you want to just say, hey, pick one for me, it'll be fine. That's fine too. So I wanted to show all that I have so that you can see some are lighter, some are darker, and these are looking way gray on screen, but they actually have more blue tones with the gray. But we're going to start these out at $2 for, I'm sorry, $3 for choice.
And that's one of the great things about natural stones is that no two are alike. And I don't think Belle's mentioned there's a really great bail on top. So it's ready for a chain or a cord or whatever you
Exactly.
choose to hang it on.
And they're also cold. And when you flip them over, they're going to look different because with any stone, you'll see it's going to look different. So you might like one side better than the other, but if you're ever worried about it getting flipped around, both sides will be beautiful and you can choose which one to wear towards you and away from you. And I love wearing natural stones because it helps to cool you down.
Pendant starting at $3.
And this is also a great stone for both men and women because with the grays and the blues, they totally work with both genders.
That's great because sometimes a lot of males are hard to shop for or hard to buy for.
That's true. My dad used to say, well, I might like a little man jewelry, but I don't want girly. I don't want anything the guys are going to make fun of or say, what, you borrowed that from your wife? So this is totally a piece that will work for guys. Okay, well, if there's no interest, we can move this aside then. All right. Well, sometimes it's hard to say if the audience just didn't like Sewed Life or didn't like natural pendants or just doesn't want any pendant. So I'm going to get an even bigger grid. I'm going to show you some more pendants, but these are going to be different stones. And if this isn't of interest, we'll just go to something totally different. But I thought I'll try one more thing so I can see if it's stone or it's jewelry in general. So these are also a different shape. You'll see these are barrels with a point down here. And once again, these are the ones that already have the bail in them. I love that because even a non-jewelry maker like me can use them. And these just want to roll, roll, roll. Oops, I'm dropping stuff. Let me get these laid out here for you. My apologies if they roll, but this is kind of what happens when you get this shape. So I'm going to try to fix them. Well, okay, it's not exactly a perfect system. Some of them are in grids, some of them aren't. Maybe I can move them all down to just one row to make it easier.
That's what I was going to suggest. Maybe put them in one row and people can pick from whichever side they're interested in.
Okay, so still $3. Still pendants, still have a bale, still natural stones. They are a bit heavy. They are totally cold.
Really great color choices that I think could go with a lot of different things.
Absolutely.
Starting bid at $3 if anybody is interested. Nana's in at 3. Anyone else for 325? And again, the bales are already ready to go on these, so they're easy to get a cord for. Kitty's in at 325.
And if anybody needs just a simple cord, I do have extra available for a $1 add-on. Just let Melissa know to add a cord for $1. Also, if anybody needs a damask pouch to keep these in so that you aren't dropping them or chipping them, then let me know. You can add damask pouches for just $1 as well.
Nana's in at 350.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Hi, Melinda. Welcome in.
Hi, Melinda. And hi, Zane, if you're also watching. So glad to see y'all. Oh, and Kayla, too.
Nana's in at 4. And Kitty is out.
Okay, well, let's count this down. If anybody else wants to jump in on this, it's never too late. Oh, Melinda, was Zane's news interview about his Toys for Tots donation today? Monica, welcome, welcome. Katie, have you met Monica? Monica, have you met my co-host for tonight, Katie?
Hi, Monica. Welcome in. Pendants going once. Going twice, and fair warning.
Lots of choices.
Congratulations, Nana. Be sure to let us know which one or ones you'd like.
Now, I do want to let y'all know they're all one and done. Um, so no need for quantities, just a matter of figuring out which one or ones.
Nana would like 1 and 4, please.
Okay, I think this one's Zoisite. Could be Epidote, and I'm pretty sure this is Dalmatian Jasper. Wait, wait, wait. Don't go. Okay, let me turn these aside. So now the cherry quartz is in the first position. Let's see
You are right, Monica, and I'm sorry, chat, for sounding a little hoarse tonight. I don't usually sound so gravelly.
But I appreciate you not canceling at the last minute. That just shows what a trooper she is.
And Nana is done, so if anybody else is interested, um, let us know in the chat.
Okay, Kitty's gonna pass. So I'm guessing she either wanted the zoicide or she wanted the Dalmatian Jasper, and I can totally understand that. Those are gorgeous. Okay, open to the chat. Anybody else? Monica's so sweet. She has such a heart for people. Okay, anybody else? Last call. I'm about to move these to the side. These will be available on the replay. Now, sometimes I am terrible at anticipating what people want. Sometimes I do okay. So, look what I happen to have bought in bulk. So, since the zoisite was the first to sell, I want to show you these couple of other zoisites that I have. Now, this is not the same one. Why? Well, the other one had a point at the bottom, and this one is kind of bowling pin shaped. So let me show you what I have. And of course, the way that zoisite works is it's a pinky purple with a green. So as it turns, you'll see some sides are more green, some sides are more pink, just depending on how it was cut. So you'll see with each one, the ends are going to be different. Some sides more pink, some sides more green. But in case this is the one that other people were wanting, I'm going to lay out the 6 that I have. Oh, I'm sorry, 5 that I have.
Such beautiful color options tonight.
Thank you.
And Belle's right. If there's anything that you would like to see tonight, be sure to put it in the chat. And Belle is really great about finding things that people are looking for.
Okay, so anybody for 3 for these?
And if you are on the fence and not sure you can find a cord for those, Belle does have cords for sale.
Yep, just $1. Cord is one of those things that works with both men and women. I love the cords in the summer because down here, and I'm sure in Katie's area too, we just sweat so much. And the cord, you never have to worry about on a cord. You just wipe it off, easy peasy.
Kitty's in for 3, looking for $3.25.
And still to come tonight, once again, we're going to play the Jewelry Jubilee game. We're going to have some DIY kits. We're going to have some clothing, some jammy pants, socks, some organizers, and I'm always taking requests. So after this, y'all let me know what you'd like to see next. And of course, at the top of every hour, we'll have more $1 items.
Anyone else interested at 325?
One of the great things about stones that have so many colors is if you're giving it as a gift and you don't know, is this a pink person, a person who likes purple, a person who likes greens? These stones that have multiple colors, they are a great fit because they'll just turn it with the side that they like best showing and the other side towards them.
And these wouldn't have to be a necklace, they could be a keychain too.
Well, I don't want you running away, so I can wait to show it.
Congratulations,
But
Kitty.
if you're me and you secretly want to see it, Jen, then let me know and I bring it out sooner than later. I will admit that I don't know squat about crafts, and sometimes behind the scenes, I ask for help. And I did ask for help from Jen, and Jen said what so many of y'all say, which is send me a picture. And I have to remind y'all that I have a landline and a computer, so I can send video, I can do video calls. I have no way to send pictures. So if ever I frustrate y'all, I apologize. Okay, so Kitty has one.
Kitty would like number 2 and a cord, please.
Okay, number 2. I believe that's this one. All right, and I do have a spare cord. Okay, wonderful. Thank you, Kitty. All right. Anybody else? And this one almost looks like it doesn't have any pink or purple, but it's just turned to the side. See, there's plenty. It's just how it's turned. This one almost looks like it doesn't have any pink or purple, but it's just turned just the way they are. Okay, all right. I didn't know you had to hurry off. I know that Kathy had to hurry off because she's getting up early. So anytime somebody is nice enough to come but has to hurry off, I always take their request first. But right now, I don't think I've gotten any requests yet, Katie. We're just waiting for them to roll in. I'm glad to show anything.
Belle is really great about showing anything that people are looking for. And if anybody else is open to, and anybody else is interested in buying the pendants, it is open to chat.
If not, we'll make it a last call and I'll pack up this jewelry. And with some crafty and sewing people in here, I might as well go to some crafts. Don't you think, Katie? Maybe
I
Jen can
think that's a
help us
great
bring the
idea.
comments. Or I think Katie has a little bit of knowledge about crafts too. She might can help me because y'all know I don't know squat and I just stink at pretending. So if I'm missing out something, y'all give me some grace, pretty please. We can all use grace because nobody can be an expert at everything. Okay, well, if there's no interest, then I'm going to pack these up.
And if you happen to be watching on the replay, go ahead and email Belle if you see something that you're interested in. Or even if you're watching tonight and you're thinking about buying.
Okay, I want to show you some canvases. These canvases use gemstones. Um, So hopefully I'm announcing these right. These are going to be $3 for choice. Attention cat lovers. Attention cat lovers. Please proceed to the auction floor. Okay, so you'll see It's an actual canvas. See, it's an actual canvas. And here are all the sparkly gemstones. Look how pretty they are. And this particular one looks like a cat. And see, they have the outlines where you put them. And this is how it turns out. It's like a mosaic of gemstones that, okay, DIY gemstone canvas. Okay, so that's what it's being called. That's the first option. Here's the second option. This one is a cute little pumpkin. And here's the back. You'll see the gemstones are different. So there's more black for the cat. There's more of the orange for the pumpkin. CQ says, I was trying to be crafty, but sometimes it goes wrong. And Janice has a great message that if anybody wants to send pictures to me, that you could just post them on Discord. Absolutely. Janice, it was the opposite situation where I had two different people ask me for pictures. So the problem is I can't make pictures. However, from past broadcasts, somehow Melissa, and even before her, Laurie, could somehow turn video into pictures, but it's hard to show people previews of things that I'm going to show in the auction, have a way to make a picture. If people are on Discord, I can just call them up and, have a video call or, stick something in front of the camera, but not everybody's on Discord, so. Okay, I'm not alleging that it's diamond art. I'm alleging that it's a DIY gem canvas. So anybody for $3, and once again, it comes with everything you need, and it's an actual canvas. So even if you decided you just wanted to paint it instead. Hi, Patty. So great to see you.
Hi, Patty. Welcome in.
Okay, so once again, this is the finished product, and this is the finished product. So, any cat lovers or pumpkin lovers?
I love DIY craft kits where everything comes inside. That makes it so easy for those that aren't crafty, or maybe you know someone that needs an activity to keep them busy. They don't have to buy anything for themselves. It's ready to go.
Well, I tell you what, maybe I overestimated these. Instead of starting them at 3, let's do a restart, Melissa. Let's restart these at 2. And we will see if that is any more helpful. Oh, no. It's not Carrie. It's Katie. Let me put you on the screen for a second. It's Katie Marie.
Hi, Patty.
She does sound a little bit like Carrie, but different part of the country, probably young enough to be Carrie's. Well, I don't know if Carrie has children, but not Carrie. It's Katie. There's a reseller named Carrie who was on the last broadcast I did with Rita. It was Carrie, Rita, and I. So I don't know if you've met Carrie, but she is a sweetheart. And I found out we like a lot of the same Christian music. Okay, Patty was in at 3, but I lowered the price. So now Patty is in at 2. I didn't see Patty's bid at 3, so she inadvertently got herself a bargain. But we'll see if anybody bids this up. Maybe somebody now thinks it's worth at $225, $250. Let's see. I do want to let you know that I only have 1 of the pumpkin and I have 2 of this black cat. And the reason it has to be a black cat is the gemstones are in black. So, but great mosaic look.
But like you mentioned, Belle, maybe someone is interested in painting it and using the gems for something else.
That's true. You could always paint it some exotic colors. Maybe you paint it pink and then just put the gemstones on top of it to accent it, or you paint it yellow or orange. You could totally make it, bohemian fabulous. It truly is, Katie. Carrie announced that she was going on an RV trip with her husband. So that's why she had to send everything out. So she's not even in her home state. She won't be broadcasting for at least 2 weeks. So we will all miss Carrie, but it is for sure not Carrie. Carrie is with her husband. I think her husband's away.
Yes, yes, Patty, it is me. I don't usually sound like me, but it is me tonight. I'm not Carrie. I wish I was on vacation, but not me.
I don't think I've ever asked. Would you mind if I asked your hair color?
My hair is brown.
Okay, so that's another great point of clarification. Carrie has silver hair and Katie has brown hair. So another way, they're different. Okay,
Con-
we are sold. Wait,
Congratulations, Patty. Be sure to let us know which one you'd like.
about Carrie Gatto. And Carrie's bought for me. Carrie and I are friends. Carrie and I are sisters in Christ. Carrie's on the mailing list. I think it's come once or twice. So I'm sure she would love that we're giving her this much.
Patty would like one of each, please.
Okay. Here's a cat and here's a pumpkin. Oh, Patty was joking. That must be the Northern humor. Melissa, you gotta clue me in when there's Northern humor. I don't want the Northern humor. Oh, and CQ Kathy is going to take the other one. Okay, wonderful. Well, now that I know y'all like DIY kits, you just prefer the $2 starting point, I know what to do. All right, let's look at some more DIY kits. All right, these DIY kits are a wind chime. So you'll see all of the wind chime parts are included. And they're already tied on. So here's the back. It's made of a thin wood. It already has the hanger on it. All you have to do is color, paint, pencil, spray, fill in with more, design words. So that's how these are going to work. We'll start these at 2 and we'll just see where the bidding goes. Okay. Let's see what else I have. That one may be the only chime one. I think the rest of these are just painted. Okay, so let me show you the painting ones. This one is a potted plant, and these come with all 4 pots of paint and the brush. So I'm going to put this one in the back since it's taller.
Welcome in, Jocelyn.
Hi, Jossie. Okay, the next one is a cactus. And once again, here's all your paint and your brush. Here is a sweet little flower. Oh, this is giving me Jane vibes. Shout out to Jane. Sweet little butterfly. Also reminds me of Nancy. We're missing Nancy. She may still be at work right now.
Kitty's in it too.
Okay, fantastic. Now, I want to let you know the only ones that I have duplicates of are the butterfly. So if you're wanting any of the other ones, they're all one and done. So this one with a little droopy package, which does not mean it's any less good. It just means that the packaging isn't as stiff. Is the only one that there are duplicates. Everything else is one and done. This one up here is the only one that's a chime. Uh, those back there come with it and the brush.
And maybe you're someone that's not able to not have a green thumb. So maybe this is a great way for you to have some plants in your house, at your desk, by your window, but not have to keep anything alive.
Great thought, Katie. Okay, Kitty's in it too. We're looking for 225. Otherwise, we're going to count this down. Oh, Kitty's grandies love to do these after school. Well, this is definitely the time because kids are going to start thinking about Christmas gifts, and to show them that making Christmas gifts is a viable solution, that you don't have to go out and buy things, and making it yourself gives it a sentimentality that you just can't buy.
That's a great point, Belle. Fair warning.
As a teacher, has a kid ever made something for you?
Absolutely. And it's one of the things
Aw,
that I love about teaching and
yay.
teaching younger kids. I get a lot of artwork.
Oh, and Blingy just had the first confession of the night. I love when y'all get the confessions in the chat. That's one of my favorite things. And she admits that she's one of the people that just doesn't happen to have a green thumb. Well, as bad as I am at crafts and disinterested, I have to admit, I do love to grow things. So, I have the opposite skills from Blingy. You can see my kitchen window, it's always filled with plants, although they're not in bloom right now. Okay, so let's see which ones and what quantities are picked. And if y'all want to shout out in the chat, who has a green thumb? Who has a crafting thumb? Or maybe it's some other kind of thumb.
I definitely don't have a green thumb either, but I've done pretty well with green plants or those little air plants that you don't have to do a lot with.
Okay, now when she says butterfly, do you think she means the one back here that I have multiples, or you think she means the wind chime?
I think she means the one in the back,
Okay,
but we'll
so
check.
that's this one. Okay, I have three of that one. Everything else is a one and done. And in the meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and grab the flower pot with flowers. You think that's this one?
Kitty says she would like everything except for the cactus.
Okay, that makes it easier. Now, does that include the duplicates or not so much? One of everything or literal everything? Okay, because in addition, I just cleared off everything. These are the two duplicates that I have. These are the two duplicates. So let's just see if she wanted the two duplicates or not. But there's no pressure. Okay, the cactus is still open, and we'll see if she wants the duplicates or not interested. Okay, times one, so she doesn't need duplicates. All right, we'll open this up to the chat now. Anybody for the duplicate butterflies or for the cactus? And I'm going to bring this cactus forward because I'm already feeling like it's lonely. And the little checkerboard pot, I think, is really pretty.
I thought so too.
Okay, last call on this one. If not, I'll scrape it to the sun. Okay, I do have more DIY kits of other types to show you, but you know what comes first, Katie? It's top of the hour.
It's time for Belle's Bargain Bonanza.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Well, this was something I was going to show at the stationery auction, and as usual, I'm so bad, I just ran out of time. So I'm going to show these choices of folders tonight. So in a solid purple, we have a 2-pocket portfolio. In a purple with some lines, there is a pocket portfolio. If you prefer navy blue, once again with the grid. Of course, you know red is going to be an option. Here is solid black. Ooh, this one has Wakanda Forever. It's by Marvel. It's a 2-pocket folder dossier. I've also got orange and green. Let's see, did I get all the colors? Okay, this one is a Protect the Wildlife poster. I'm sorry if we missed something. Just restate it for us. Now, y'all need to move over so that everybody has room. Got so many choices. Okay, Patty Rose is in for one.
And folders are great for other things besides just for school. You could put notes, you could put recipes, you could put pictures inside.
Okay, I've also found a yellow. This one is 5-star and has this symbol. I do not know what that symbol means. I also found a sweet little lavender and gray.
Hi,
Once
Sandy,
again,
welcome in.
Sandy and Chewy. Chewy's her dog. I'm so glad to see you. We've been missing you, missing you, missing you. I was hoping you'd get to feeling well enough that you could come. Oh, and speaking of superheroes, here's one more that's a superhero. This one says Captain Marvel, Cosmic Vibes. Some of it is YouTube, some of it is my list of blocked words. I'm sure anything y'all want to say, you can find another way to say it.
And speaking of chat, make sure that you are on live chat and make sure that little red bar is scrolled all the way to the end.
Oh, Jen says, when I was in school, I refused to use anything but the five-star brand notebooks. Fancy, fancy. I remember I always wanted something called, and it may not exist now, a trapper keeper. They used to have these cool commercials, and it always seemed like it was the business class of the school. I, of course, did not have a trapper keeper, but I remember thinking that would be so cool and elite. Okay, we've got Patty in for dollar. We're looking for $1.25. If not, then we're going to start counting this down. They are durable. They truly are.
Anyone else interested in $1.25?
Oh, Jim remembers Trapper Keepers. Yay. I didn't know if they were like a northern thing or if they were a southern thing or they were nationwide. I figured they were probably nationwide just because they had commercials. But I never hear them advertised on commercials anymore. So. And you don't forget to click the thumbs up for me. That's a free and easy way that you can support my channel and you can let YouTube know that you approve of it so they share me out. Did you want just one, Patty? I do have
Congratulations,
three
Patty.
total of the Black Panther. Three total. And I don't know if I showed the back, but you'll see. Here's the back. It is legit Marvel brand. Don't ask me how to say that other brand. So I've got three. Let me go ahead and get the Captain America. Let me see if she wants one, two, or all three of Black Panther. And then we'll open it up to chat to see if anybody else is interested. Okay, here's just one then. So these two go into Patty. All right. So got lots of colors here and two Marvels. I really think this wildlife one is so pretty as well. I'm not sure if y'all can see, but it has a little bit of metallic on it. Okay, anybody else?
Thank you, sweet
Nancy,
Nancy.
we were just asking about you, and I said, well, maybe you had to work late, but I knew when you had time you'd stop by. You're always so loyal, and I appreciate your friendship, sweetheart. Okay, last call on these. And y'all remember to hit the thumbs up. Hopefully, I'm getting close to 20 thumbs so far. All right, let me get these aside. All right. If y'all don't mind, let me show a couple more DIY kits unless y'all are bored with them. All right. These next ones are called sun catchers. Now, these are name brand Crayola. So I'm going to start these at 3. I only have one of each. So if you like it, you need to bid on it. If you like it, then you need to put a bid. Okay, so once again, it comes cute sun catcher, and then you paint it with the paints here. It has the brush as well. And here's the other one. It's a honeybee. So cute. Okay, and they are Crayola, ages of 4 and up.
Such sweet faces on these.
Yes, yes, yes.
These could be a great stocking stuffer if you have family coming in for Christmas holidays. These are a great option to have around the house. Maybe if you're inside for cold weather.
Absolutely.
And again, everything is included, so you don't have to purchase or buy anything on your own.
This makes it so convenient.
Starting bid of $3 and the Crayola brand, so you know that that's a brand that you're going to have great quality.
Okay, I'm going to tell you what. Um, let's open this up and we'll make it a choice of a bunch of DIYs. Let's do that. So I'm going to line up a whole bunch of DIYs because I feel bad that there's only two choices. So you got those two. Or this is a counted cross stitch kit. This is what it looks like. And this is all the not ingredients, but I'm just going to call it accoutrement. I know that there's some word that means it's of crafting, but I don't know what the correct word for of crafting is. So here's this one. I also have this one in a bicycle that says enjoy the oh wait, I'm sorry. This one is embroidery. So they're different. The first one was cross stitch. This one is embroidery. Y'all don't ask me the difference now, but I know that there is a difference. Okay. Also, I have this is DIY cross stitch, and it's a gnome. Look at that cute little gnome
Kitty's
for
in
our
at
bunny.
3. Anybody else for
Okay.
$3.25?
Next, I have a bunny for those bunny lovers. You know, you could start now, and it might be done by Easter, or put it aside for Easter. And last but not least, y'all didn't know I had this much, did you? I just put off selling the crap. I also have one which is now I don't know the difference in a lamb and a sheep. Do you think this is Mary had a little lamb, or this is do you think Mary had a little sheep instead? Oh, don't fall down on me. Well, I may not know a lamb from a sheep, but it's certainly cute. All right, let's make room.
I think so too, Belle. Really cute choices tonight.
Okay, Patty says it's called floss, and Kitty says it's a lamb. Thank you for helping. Yes, if it was animal identification, I would fail. But I would fail and get back up and keep trying, which is the important part. Okay, anybody else? Otherwise, we're going to count this down. Now, if y'all are thinking, oh, we'll count it down and I'll get in for second place, out of all of these, only two have duplicates. Only two have duplicates. And you're going to be surprised which two have duplicates. So you might not want to miss out on bidding. Oh, and just as a quick aside, if anybody is afraid they're going to run out of paint, either with the sun catchers or with those wooden kits, I do have some extra paint. Just let Melissa know and we can add this for $1.
Fair
Okay, a
warning,
lamp
anybody else in
baby.
chat interested?
Thank you for teaching me, Patty. I appreciate that. So great to have somebody who can enlighten me in the chat. Aw, thank you. Always such an encouragement. I appreciate you seeing the good in this instead of seeing my flaws and problems. I adore that about you.
Congratulations, Kitty. Be sure to let us know which ones you would like.
Everybody congratulate Kitty on her win. And still to come, we're going to play our Jewelry Jubilee game again tonight.
Kitty would like a
Y'all
B,
don't
please.
forget to click the thumbs up. Okay, going to Kitty. Oh, who's next? Anybody else? We're opening it to chat.
This is open to chat, and maybe you know somebody that's having a baby that would like a little lamb. Or I know in the South, pineapples are very big for decoration. Maybe that's you.
Yes, pineapple is a symbol of welcome in not only the South, but also the Caribbean.
Jen would like the bike, please.
Okay, this is one of the ones. I had two. Would you like one or both? Thank you, Jen. Okay, anybody else?
Jen would like both bikes.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, let's see if anybody else is interested in the dog, the pineapple that says sweet, the lamb, the gnome who has his heart in his hand waiting to be adopted into your family, and that cute little bunny. I always think of little bunny foo foo hopping through the forest.
And if you do happen to purchase a DIY kit tonight, be sure to post pictures on Discord so we
Yes.
can all see what you've made.
Hi, Lisa. Welcome, welcome. Okay, well, on these crafting kits. Okay. All right, we move these aside. Okay, next will be $2 for choice. I keep seeing how popular wooden beads are. This is a long strand. It was originally $4, but I'm starting it at 2. I don't exactly know what to do with it, but I know I've got a lot of people who are creative here. Now, these are a natural blonde color. If you would prefer a darker tone, this darker tone also has a cute little squirrel. And you could glue a little googly eye or a little gemstone as an eye, but I also have these darker ones. It's nice and long. They have these jute rope tassels. Discord is a social media platform on which people have channels. So, just like you joined YouTube and then joined my YouTube channel, Discord also has channels, but instead of it being a situation of live broadcasting, it's a way that you can message, you can post message, you can video chat, you can voice chat, you can group video chat, group voice chat, you can discuss behind the scenes of auctions, and you can post pictures. I love seeing the pictures that people post of their pets, of their food. The selfies are really amazing because sometimes we don't get to see each other. I also like the look what I bought at auction pictures. People also post their arts, their craft, their weather. I love seeing the things that, as an example, Crochet Queen Kathy knits and crochets and makes. I also love seeing the snow from Kathy and Melissa and other people. And those pet pictures are just darling. See, if you joined, we could finally see what Mr. Chewy looks like.
Good question, Sandy. Thanks for asking.
And as a person who has a landline, I do most of my calling and talking on either voice messaging or video messaging or group calling, group messaging on the Discord because there's no long distance rates, and I don't have to stand up until I kitchen in my kitchen talking on the phone until my spine hurts. Although when the person is worth it, I will stand there all day long. Oh, the other thing I like about it, and Melissa was reminding me of this, is when you email people, you never know if they got it. And it might have gone into spam, it might have gone into a junk folder, and we all get hundreds of emails a day. So the thing I like about Discord is it's on a log. So you can see what you wrote before that, what the other person wrote. You don't have to open emails, and there's no junk or spam folder. So every message gets through every time. It's just simpler and easier.
Lisa, we're glad that you could stop in and visit.
If there's something you're waiting to see or wanting to see, let me know and I'll bring it forward since you can't stay long. All right, any interest on these long strings of wooden beads with the jute rope tassels, or the dark one has a super cute little squirrel? Might be pretty to add to a wreath.
I was just going to say, I know that a lot of people decorate with these.
And I really think they're not seasonal, that you could use them just all year long. Oh, Lisa, I do have some jammy pants you might like. I know you especially like the jammy pants. She may have already gone. Okay, last call here. All right, I'm going to move these aside. Now, very rarely do I show any shoes. I feel like shoe sizes are just so incredibly different that it's hard to please everybody. But these shoes were so pretty, I just couldn't not show them. Sometimes you think if you wear flats, oh, they're boring. They're not fancy enough for church. They're not fancy enough for an evening out. In my opinion, these are fancy enough for an evening out. I'm going to start these at 10. You'll see brand new on the bottom. I did not wear these. I thought I would wear these. They ended up being too small for me. These are by Tom's. I'm sure a lot of y'all have heard of Tom's. They are 9.5 wide. And you'll see they're a little dusty because I've had them and kept thinking, well, maybe I could kind of work my foot into them. But I really just need a 10, not a 5, not a 9.5. And I may not be a wide. So, therefore, Tom's sparkly and gorgeous 9.5. Oh, Lacey is still here. Oh, I'm so sorry. And I'm not sure if y'all can see, they're looking kind of silver on screen, but they have a little bit of like a pink to them. But I know unless somebody just happens to be the right size, there may not be a buyer. But I thought, well, because it's wide, sometimes people have a hard time finding wide shoes. Sometimes people have a hard time finding dressy shoes that aren't heels. I just thought that I would show these just in case. But no hard feelings if they're just not right for anybody. Okay, let me show you some jammy pants that I got. Now, I've been debating whether I should show the heavy ones or the light ones, so I'm going to go with the light ones. And I have sold this brand before, but not these particular ones. So these are nice and light. They're full length. They have pretty butterflies on them, and they're going to start at $8. And let me show you the sizing chart because these are extra large. I'll have some other designs and other sizes. If you're wondering, am I an extra large? Well, an extra large fits a size 16. The waist is going to be 33 and a half to 35, and the hips are going to be 43 and a half to 45. So that's the first option. Second option is this cute animal print. Now, this is not your standard animal print that's, browns or black and white. This is gray and pink. Pretty, pretty. Well, I say pink. It's a little bit more of a salmon. Okay, so this is a large, but I also have a 2X, and this one somehow wiggled out of the packaging, but it's an extra large. So the extra larges, I'm going to put in a column here. I've got extra large in each one. And then I also have a large and a 2X. Will y'all sit up pretty for me? Okay, thank you. So $8 for choice, and these are the super soft ones. Also, if you're wanting to see the bottom, you'll see the bottom here. It's not one of those kind that gets tapered in. So if you need to hide swelling ankles, you can hide them under there. Or if you want to wear thick socks and you're like, I don't know if thick socks are going to fit under the leg of those, thick socks will fit with this leg.
Such cute choices tonight.
Okay, well, thank you for the clarification, Jen. I appreciate that. Y'all are so kind as to teach me plenty tonight. Okay, any interest in the sleep pants?
Starting bid at $8 if anyone is interested.
Oh, Lisa's wearing sleep shorts she got from me. Is that the ones with the butterfly or like the blush pink and the lavender? I remember selling both those types to you. I love it when y'all are eating snacks for me during the snack auction or wearing clothes for me during a regular auction. I'm like sitting here smiling from ear to ear, like patting myself on the back. Okay, well, if there's no interest, we can put these aside. But these are so soft and stretchy and comfortable. And with the pattern on them, that will keep them from ever showing wear. Well, Katie, if you're not feeling up to it, I don't want you to feel like you have to keep going if you're not feeling well. Nana's a bit worried about you, and I don't ever want you to feel obligated, sweetheart.
Thank you, Belle. I think I'm okay right now, but I can send you a message.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to pass on these then. They'll be available on the replay. I know a lot of times people don't like to buy clothes in front of others because they don't necessarily want their sizes to be public knowledge, and I totally get that. All right. The next item I want to show you is what I call mommy's best friend. And I'll tell you why. When my mother was in declining health, she got to be bedridden, and she had this tall lamp that kind of shone over the sofa where she lay and her bedside table and everything. But she'd have to like sit up really, really, really tall and reach her head all the way up to get it off and on. It was just too tough. So finally, I found these. This is going to be a $9 starting bid. It's a 9 foot floor tapper indoor outdoor extension. So what we did is we plugged her lamp into this, and then we later plugged some other stuff in. So then she didn't have to reach up. All she had to do was tap this with her foot, or tap it with her hand. So she loved that it was a tapper. So there might be some of y'all that have a hard time reaching up to turn on and off lamps. Or maybe you want to plug your Christmas lights into this or a Christmas tree into this. And so you don't have to crawl all the way back to where it plugs in. You just tap this with your foot and you turn it off and on. I think
That's a
this is a
great
great.
idea for a Christmas tree.
So, for people with limited mobility, I think this would be as great of a help to anybody in that situation as it was to my late mother. And even after she passed, there's a lot of places that, we have big furniture, armoires and wardrobes and such in front of outlets. I just left these extensions in it. So when I want to turn on something, I still just mash it with my foot. Easy peasy. I don't know where you get a clapper, and I don't know if my mother would have the force and dexterity to have used it. She had three different types of arthritis. So at a certain point, her hands became just so curved and gnarled that I don't think she could have clapped in her condition. But I remember seeing the commercials, and the commercials made them seem so fun.
I think this is so creative.
And the other thing is when she got to the point that she couldn't put her arms up and down, her legs up and down, she would use cane and tap this because she could still mash down on it with the cane even when her legs weren't able to anymore. So you can plug in three different items to this. So not just one, but three. I don't know if y'all can see. Here's the multi-plug here. Here's the plug to the wall. And I do have two of these.
Maybe you have a Christmas village that you plug in that needs lights.
Oh, that's a great option too. I like that. So that way you could plug all the little village parts in. All right, well, we're going to pass on this. Let me show another item I didn't get to during the stationery sale. And I know y'all are so surprised. Wait, there's stuff you didn't get to? How could that be? But believe it or not, there's stuff I didn't get to. Okay, these are packs of paper. See, packs of paper. And so this is going to be the first one. We're going to call this one Stars. This is the second one. We're going to call this Patchwork. This is the third one. We're going to call this one Spirals. And this is going to be the fourth choice. It's actually not standard paper. It's self-stick printable paper. And it's print and stick. So those are going to be your four options, $3 starting bid.
Could be great for invitations or even just writing a note, a message to someone.
Absolutely. Or maybe your grandkids send you a copy of their artwork and you say, oh, don't mail it to me, just send it to me. You could print it out and then stick it up on your refrigerator or in a frame. Or maybe there's a piece of art that is in a gallery somewhere and you can't travel all the way to France or New York City or LA to see that fine piece of art by one of the masters. Print it out and put it in a frame, and then you can look at it all the time. So anything you can print it on this paper, and this paper will stick.
Starting bid of $3.
Well, maybe they are waiting for jewelry. I'm going to show one tray of brooches before we go to our jewelry jubilee game, just to get everybody warmed up. Plus, I have a few new brooches I'm just dying to show. So, last call on this. Okay. Oops, oops, y'all don't slide now. Come on. Work with me, pretty please. Okay, here we go. These are going to be $8 starting bid for choice. So let me show you the choices. First, we have a beautiful bouquet in purples and lavenders. For those of you who love pink, this one's got some blush pink and some magenta. For my blue lovers, look at these beautiful marquee cut blue stones. This is a sparkler, if ever there was one. Bling City. For those ladies that like their high heels. But also you'll see the flower has marquee cut red stones. You might not can wear the stiletto heels anymore, but you can in spirit with this brooch. For my bicycle lovers, look at this blingy bicycle. Once again, even if you can't ride your bicycle anymore, you can still have the fun of it with that brooch. Here's a beautiful moon, all blinged out. Here's a sweet old-fashioned demure cameo. And last but not least, look at these beautiful wings. Now, I see wings and I think angels. I know some of y'all see wings and you might think birds or fairies. It can be what's ever in your mind, but these are blingy. And I always think of our past loved ones. I see this and I think of my mom and dad and my grandparents before them, and so many um, great family members who I think of as guardian angels looking after me in heaven. God is angels watching over me, every move I make. Okay, so we're looking for $8, a starting bid for choice.
Love all the bling.
Thank you, Katie. We will be playing our Jewelry Jubilee game, but I had a few new ones I wanted to show you and put a couple returning favorites with it because I thought, well, I want to show the best brooches that aren't in the game in case anybody wants to directly buy them. Jen says, no way on God's green earth would I ever wear heels really high. Well, I haven't been lately, but just because I haven't been going anywhere. But, in my younger years when I was going on dates, going to fancy occasions, I used to look forward to wearing heels. But that was, when there's not a ton of walking to be done. So, oh, thank you, Monica. And Jen says, I can barely handle 1 to 2 inch high. Well, it all depends if, you parking really close to the restaurant or the movie or the concert, or, you're going to be wearing them all the time. That is such a consideration. Okay, well, last call for these. Maybe this wasn't the best idea. All right, I'm going to move these aside and we're going to bring out the Jewelry Jubilee game. Now, I didn't sell many of the necklaces last time, so instead of doing a brooch round and a necklace round, we're just going to do a brooch round. Let me back up the camera a little bit. So, for those of y'all who may not have seen this game that we've been playing lately, that's become more and more popular, this is how it works. So, I've got 3 rows here, and inside each and every pouch, and yes, you get to keep the fancy damask pouch. If you need to buy more damask pouches, the pouches themselves are available in different colors for just $1. But inside is a brooch. So for $5, you get the pouch and a brooch, which is a great deal because you can see I usually sell brooches for $8 and I usually sell pouches for $1. But inside 3 of the 9 are bonuses. And the way I do bonuses on my channel is in a way that it both benefits the bar and benefits the chat. So if you get a bonus, instead of a brooch being inside the pouch, it will have words. So it will say like choice of cross. And then I will show you multiple brooches that fulfill that criteria. And then you pick which one. You're not just stuck with the one I threw in a pouch. No, no, no. The bonus to you is you pick which one you get for your $5. And you can pick both or all if you want to. There's no limit to the amount that the buyer can pick. But the way it's a bonus to the chat is the chat then gets to buy what's left sight seen. So that's how it's a bonus to the chat. If there are any questions, y'all feel free to ask. Otherwise, $5 for the Jewelry Jubilee, and you get to pick. You will see the rows going down are 1, 2, 3. The columns going across are 4, 5, 6. Who's going to be the brave person to start us out with $5 and a coordinate?
These were so fun on the last stream.
Yes. Kathy says, sometimes I wonder how I even walk in sneakers. Laughing out loud. Oh. And y'all remember at the top of the hour, we're going to have another fun $1 round. Anybody for the Jewelry Jubilee game? 3 out of 9 bonuses.
The last time we played, we had really beautiful brooches and we also had bonuses.
Yes, these are all brooches. Last time I had a tray of brooches and a tray of necklaces, but I didn't sell very many of the tray of necklaces, so I just opened them up and put the necklaces away and filled those pouches with brooches. That way it was a little simpler. All brooches, since brooches were what was popular last week. Jen says, put me on skates and you'd be laughing like crazy. Oh, she thinks she's uncoordinated on them.
Monica would like 1-4, please.
Thank you so much, Monica. Okay, 1-4. This is what Monica is going to get. I love that these have the double closure, by the way, so you never have to worry about anything falling out. Oh, look at this beautiful paved leaf. Talk about Sparkle City. This thing is covered in jewels and it's perfect for this fall season or Thanksgiving. Well, really year round. So this is going home to Monica. Congratulations, Monica.
Kitty would like row 3, number 6.
Okay, it looks like she and Jocelyn had the same idea, but I also see a Kitty first. I'm so sorry, Jossie. All right, let's see what it. Oh, I feel a note. Okay, let's see what the note says. The note says choice of sun. Choice of sun. So I'm going to set the pouch aside because whichever one or ones she picks will go in the pouch. And let me show you the sun choices I have. Spoiler alert, there's blingy and not blingy. So here's the first one. This one is a silver tone. I know that even though I like blingy, not everybody does. And I also love the fact that the rays of the sun have all this movement to them. Look at the fabulous squiggles. Here is the blingy option. So if you like blingy, this one is blingy on gold tone. This one is silver with no bling. So 2 different sun options for Kitty to choose from. So blingy with gold tone or silver tone. It's kind of artistic and geometric. So let's see what Kitty picks. Do you have a prediction? Okay, she's saying the B option, so I think that's the blingy option. All right, let me put that in her pouch.
And then
And
Nancy would like 1-5.
okay, wait, just 1 second, please. I think we had Jossie before that, but because it's a bonus, we now open it up to the chat because the way it's a bonus is the first person who comments Sun 5 can buy this one. That's how it's a bonus to the chat is you get to pick from what's not picked. So it's a race for the first person who puts Sun 5. You get this one. Let the sun shine. Let the sun shine in. The sunshine in. Okay, sorry. Anybody for the sunshine? Really? No sun fun? Okay. All right. We'll set that one aside. All right. So I think Jossie went to 2-6. Is that correct? Was she next or was um help me out with the order of everybody, Katie, pretty please?
I scrolled down and I see that Nancy was next after Monica, or no, Jocelyn
I
was next or
I think what it is Kitty was in for 3-6, and right behind it was Jocelyn. But when Jocelyn realized she and Kitty picked the same, she repicked, which gave her 2-6. But maybe I'm wrong. Let's just let Melissa call it. Let's let Melissa call it. But I think both people are going to get what they wanted.
and Nana would like a sun, please.
Okay, let me grab the sun. All right, sold to Nana. And once again, if anybody needs just a colored damask bag for $1, just let Melissa know. Okay, so, all right. So we need to get 1-5 and 2-6. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, so here is 2-6. Oh, this one's so cute. Look at this enamel doggy. Here's the back. And this one's kind of heavy too. So this is one cute doggy that you don't have to take out. You don't have to feed. So cute. Okay. And then we had 1-5, right? Is that right? 1-5? I'm so scared of picking the wrong one since I picked the wrong one last time.
That's correct.
Okay. So let's show you what's in here. Oh, was this for Nancy? Or was this
Yes,
for
this was
Jocelyn?
Nancy's choice.
Oh, look! This is just perfect. It turned out to be a butterfly, which is Nancy's logo. I tell you, God just works these things out so beautifully. Okay, so perfect for Nancy. All right, I got a few left if anybody's interested. $5 for a brooch with a pouch is a great buy. Normally, brooches are $8 and pouches are $1. Oh, thank you so much for helping, Monica. I appreciate you. Okay, anybody else? We've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 5 left and 2 are bonuses. That's pretty good odds.
Monica would like 2-5.
Okay, 2-5. Here we go. Oh, talking about beautiful butterflies. Look at this beautiful butterfly. It's got nice big stones on the wings, and then it is paved around the wings with pretty little blush pink stones. Here's the back.
That's so pretty.
Thank you. All right, got 4 left. 2 are bonuses.
Yes, everybody, bonuses are still available.
Got a 50-50 chance of getting a bonus. And I always think getting to pick your prize is so fun. I think 1-5 has already been claimed. Am I reading that correctly, Katie?
Yes, that's what I think she typed or Nana typed. But 1-6 is available. Nana would like
Okay.
1-6.
All right. Wonderful. Ooh. So pretty. You've got delicate demure pearls. You've got super sparkly little flowers in between. I don't know if y'all have ever seen a brooch bouquet, but that's what this reminds me of, where you have these little blingy flowers in between a bouquet of pearls.
I think that is such a beautiful choice for the holiday or even for a celebration.
And it's going to go with everything. I love that.
And Patty would like 3-5.
Okay, 3-5. Oh, I'm already feeling the paper in it, so this is a bonus. Okay, Patty's going to be picking her prize. She has a choice of shoe.
Yay,
It's a shoe.
Patty.
All right, let me show you the 2 shoes. They are both brand new and in the package. So we have black and we have blue. And you can choose both if you want to, but you're not obligated to. Oh, I'm so glad, Nana. Black or blue? And wearing the shoe as a brooch is definitely easier on your feet. Unless you're trying to get a foot massage from your husband, in which case, then I don't know if you can get a foot massage when you're just wearing a shoe brooch. Oh.
Patty is going to pass on the shoes.
Um, well, it's a direct purchase, so I mean, you'll get bill 5. I mean, you're not obligated to take it because the choice comes with the $5 invoice. But if you don't want to receive any merchandise for your $5, I guess you don't have to. Um, but you'll still be billed for the choosing, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? Kind of like when you're at a casino, you pay to pull the lever. You might win, you might not win, but you're paying to play. Okay, because it is a bonus, if Patty doesn't want either of these shoes, we will open it up to the chat who can put in a 5 and buy them instead. Okay, Patty. My apologies, sweetheart. Okay, anybody else think they're worthy of 5?
Anyone interested in the shoe?
Thanks for being such a trooper about it, Patty. I appreciate it. All right, if anybody wants these, just put in shoe 5 and the color you want. All right, I've got 2 left. One's a bonus, one is a beautiful brooch. Well, I should say one's a beautiful brooch and one is a bonus choice of brooches. Just 2 left. We're so close to a sellout. But if we don't have a sellout, it's okay. I'm not the kind of channel where you have to sell everything in order to have a good time.
These have been so great tonight, Belle.
Oh, Kitty, that's a lovely thought. Patty, Kitty is offering to trade. I know at Walt Disney World and Walt Disneyland, a lot of people do trading of the Disney pens as they're going through the parks. And I think there's some other categories of people where they trade. So if y'all ever want to trade in the chat, y'all are more than welcome. You can't sell anything from the chat, but you're more than welcome to trade or swap. Just make sure you let Rainbow know. All right, anybody for the last 2? One's a brooch, one's a choice of brooches. Oops, on top of the numbers. Last call on these, you got a 50-50 chance. Well, thank you, Patty. I appreciate your kindness in letting me relent.
Only $5.
If not, we'll save these till next week and I'll add some more so that we have another full game board. But we're so close to selling it out. And one is a bonus. But if there's no interest, then I will move these aside and we'll go to something else. Okay, let me move these aside then. All right, how about we look at some socks? Anybody in the mood for socks? Okay, socks are going to start out at $2 for choice. Okay, and these are going to be cat socks. And I love that on the back, they say the name. Say my name, say my name. Okay, so this one is a Turkish Angora with eyes of blue. Ears are up, smile, and look, she's got her little paws in her hand, all demure. This one is called Tuxedo, and I think you could turn his frown upside down. Little pink nose, pink ears, staring at you, saying, "Take me home tonight." Okay, I've got this one, which says American short hair. Eyes of blue, a smile, a little paw up, ready to fist bump. Next, we have Scottish Fold with a little pink paw print. Eyes of green, a little frown. Got his paws up. Here's your
Mel-
down.
Melissa's in it too.
Next one is a Siamese. We are Siamese, if you please. Okay, so there's Siamese.
Patty's in at $2.25, looking through for $2.50. Melissa's in at $2.50. Anybody interested in $2.75? I love these kitties' sweet, expressive eyes and sweet little faces. Thank you, Patty.
Well, let's go ahead and count it down.
Going twice. Kitty is in at $2.75. Now Melissa is out. Anybody else interested in $3?
Oh, Patty says they remind her of the Thai stuffies with the big eyes. Well, if y'all are interested in Thai, I'm glad to bring some on Monday. I do have some Thai collectible bears with their hang tag. My late mother collected Thai. Okay, now some of these have duplicates and some of these don't. Let me show you which ones have duplicates. I've got two of this one, two of this one, two of this one, and two of this one. I only have one of the pink.
Kitty says 4 and 5, please.
All right, did she want just one of each? I think those may be the same ones Kitty picked the last time I showed these. And I may be remembering wrong. Okay, one of 4 and one of 5. All right, and I believe Melissa was our backup bidder. Is that correct?
That is correct.
All right, so we'll just get a list of all the backup bidders in order, and we'll just keep picking. And Melissa's such a cat person, she actually knows what these are called. I have to look on the back and read it. All right, let's see if we can get anything for Melissa.
Melissa would like the tuxedo cat.
Okay. It's this one, right? Yep. Okay. And was it Patty before Melissa, who else was in? Patty, I'm right. Okay. Oh, I was going to message you. I wasn't sure if you had left last Saturday, but sometimes you see something, it reminds you of somebody, and I had called out to you. I had these fabulous postcards from the New Yorker that I showed. And I kept saying, these seem like something Patty would like since they're retro and historical. And if you're interested, we can find the footage and the timestamp and send it to you. But we kept saying, this looks like something Patty would like. And of course, they were only a buck. So they were great, great bargains. But she may have her fill of New York stuff being so close to New York. Oh, I don't think you flaked, but sometimes, you go to bed or you take a walk with your husband or you eat dinner. Or, sometimes people are watching multiple auctions. No shame in that. We've got a lot of friends that also auction. So don't ever feel bad, sweetheart. Okay, this is, let's see, American short hair. Okay, these two. Thank you so much, Patty. All right, so what we have left is the Scottish Fold and the Siamese. All right, that's what we've got left. Okay, Rainbow, if you could make a little note, we'll find the minute mark and we'll send it to her so that she can see it. I want to say it was from last Saturday. If you'll just make me a little note, Patty. Okay, anybody else for these cute little cats? Got eyes of green and eyes of sky blue. You don't have to worry about these scratching you.
Nancy would like both pairs of the Siamese socks.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, so it's just the Scottish that's left. Oh, poop and poop. Now, y'all don't cry. I already see you got the frown. I'm doing my best to turn your frown upside down. I'm going to bring y'all real close to the camera. Now, y'all plead your case here. Explain that you are soft and warm, that you're going to be sweet, that you're going to mind your manners, that you're going to have a good attitude, and you're willing to turn that frown upside down if somebody will just take you to a home. Okay? This little Scottish fold is going to come with a better attitude than is on his face right now. He's just scared of not being chosen. Okay, enough with the comedy. If this isn't what anybody wants, we'll just pass on it. No worries. Okay, still $2 for choice. Let me show you what other cutie pies I have. All right, look at this sweet face. I wish they had folded it where you really can see the sweet face. Look at the sweet face here. And look at the little eyebrows. The little eyebrows just get me. And of course, it's got the cute little stripes in it. So that's going to be your first choice. This one is very similar. It's got, once again, the little whiskers, the little eyebrows, just a different stripe situation. This one has the face and the ears down here. Look at that little bunny. Just adorable. Let's see if I can flatten out its face so you can see. Oh, look at that bunny. Okay, so that's the next one. Then I've got some little smileys. Little smileys. And here's a little one with a frowny frown. And I've also got him in taupe. Okay, y'all move up because we need a little bit more room now. Come on, there's room for everybody. And beige and white. So those are the choices. Okay, Katie Marie is in for two.
There is a choice of sock for every day of the week.
Yes, indeed.
Anybody else interested at 225?
Wait, did I miss the top of the hour?
I think we did, Belle.
Okay, well, after this, well, is it too late? Do y'all want to go back and have a dollar round even though I'm 19 minutes in? Or do y'all want to forget it and wait for the next hour? Y'all let me know in the chat. It's not usually a democracy, but about this one issue, it will be. Katie will keep track of the votes. So your choices are dollar round or wait for the next hour. Oh, we're sorry you're missing pets, Patty. I'm sorry. Okay, what do you want to pick, Katie?
Could I have the bunny, a white bear, and a pink
Yes.
bear?
Okay. All right. Are these the correct three?
Those are the ones.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, we'll open it up. Anybody want to choose from what's still available?
And if you're interested in having a dollar round, please go ahead and let us know.
Okay, last call on these socks.
Patty would like both pairs of the smiley face socks.
Okay. Okay, we've got one person who wants a dollar round. So right now, 100% of the voting population wants a dollar round. I'm glad to do that. Anybody else want to weigh in? There's no right or wrong answer. You'll get a dollar round at the top of the next hour, but I am glad to throw in a dollar round. Y'all don't have to be shy about voting. So rarely do I let y'all vote. Okay, Melissa says that too. All right. Let me move these aside and we're going to do our belated dollar round. And I'm sorry I got cut off, y'all, and forgot. I'm so sorry. It was accidental. Should. All right, let's see. Oh, here's a gun. Monica, are you still here? Monica. Okay, now these are going to be $1 for choice. So I've got a little froggy. I have a cat, a penguin, a piggy, a chick, a bear, a gray cat with a bow tie, and a bunny. Oh, Katie, tell everybody the obligatory information of what this is and how it works.
And Belle, are these sticky notes?
Yes, these are sticky notes. Sorry about that. Um, Also, I still have one card left of these little dog paper clips. I'm going to add that as a choice as well. And let's see what else I have. I also have some star sticky notes in purple, in blue, and in pink. All right, Patty's at $1 and Monica's at $1.25. Probably owe Monica an apology. She was one of the many people who asked me for a photo, and I tried to say they're kind of sort of the same, but not exactly. And I'm just not able to give photos with a lane and a computer. Oh, really? Nothing better than stationery for the dollar round. Okay.
I
Oh,
agree,
Patty
Patty, and I
Rose,
love Belle's stationery.
I think Katie Marie is already in for $1.50, so we're looking for $1.75. Well, then I'm going to dox myself and tell y'all, since you're liking the stationery, that at the top of the next hour, our next dollar round, I don't know if y'all know this, but I actually plan out the dollar rounds in advance of the show. So I know what's going to be when. I can swap them around, but I have it pre planned. So the top of the next hour is going to be pen choices for $1. So if y'all like stationery, make sure you stay around because we've got more stationery dollar rounds coming up. Oh, thank you
Patty's
for
out,
understanding.
but we're
Okay.
looking for $1.75.
Oh, we needed to check with Monica. Monica, are you in or out? What's your status, sweetheart? I'm so glad Monica is here in person tonight. Monica's one of those really polite, thankful, respectful people that watches replays. I'm always so blessed when y'all watch a replay, and I'm also so blessed when y'all make a comment. I don't know if y'all know this, but even just an emoji, whether it's, a fanfare symbol or a heart or a wave, even a symbol in the comments counts as a whole comment on YouTube. So you don't have to come up with something snappy to say. You don't have to write a book. Even just a tiny little emoji counts as a whole nother comment for me in YouTube. Okay, so
Monica is
Monica's out. It's
out.
safe to count down. All right, well, let's count down and then we'll get to picking. There are no duplicates. No duplicates. What I have is what you see is all I have. Apparently, I need to start ordering more of these. The hard part will just be deciding which ones, because if y'all notice each show, I tend to show ones that are slightly different. They may all be animals, but different types and different color, different packaging. All right, we are sold to Katie Marie for $1.50. Thank you, Katie Marie. Oh, and the adorable animal journals. Okay, so would you make me a note to see if I can get more of those economy animal journals? I'll try to look for those as I retail arbitrage this week.
Those were so cute, Patty.
I love when y'all let me know what you like and what you want me to get more of. That way, I'm not having to guess what to spend my um, earnings on in terms of buying more merchandise, because I'd always like to buy things that will actually sell. So it helps me so much when y'all tell me what you want me to carry.
And if I could have all the animal sticky notes, please, Belle.
Okay, all right. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, and eight. All right, great choices. So, what remains are these cute star sticky notes and these adorable little doggies. How much is that doggy on the auction? Okay, so that's what's left for those who have second choice. We'll work our way down the line and see if anybody wants what's still available. Melissa, we know the picking order, pretty please. So we pick in the reverse order of bidding. So Patty, anything still to your liking? I think Patty Rose impressed with your clean sweep of the animal post-its. Oh, it's Monica and then Patty. Okay, I'm so sorry. Monica, this is what I have left. Are any of these to your liking?
Belle, you always have such cute animal sticky notes. I love them.
My apologies for getting the order wrong. I'm so sorry, y'all. Um, Monica, okay, Monica's going to pass. No worries. We'll see if there's anything to Patty's liking then.
Patty would like the paper clips, please.
Okay. There we go. Oh. Oh, oh. I never do this, but I found just a few more. Does anybody want to do this again? Anybody want to do this again? What do you think, Katie? I have the auction block full, but I found a couple more.
I think since there was some other interest, you could always try again.
Okay. I tell you what, we're gonna hold it where it is at $1.50. We'll just start at $1.50. And if y'all want to keep it at $1.50, you can. If anybody wants to bid up for what I have, then you can, but you don't have to. I actually think these are a little bit better just because these have lines you can check mark off on your list. So to me, that makes it a little bit better, but that's just me. I like a line and a check mark. Here we got a little pig. Here's a chicken, and look, you get to write in the chicken's mouth, so it's like what the chicken's saying. I'm gonna let y'all know ahead. I've got two of the chicken. I've got those little froggy. This one is not an animal note, but look how thick it is. These have, does it say how many? It does. These have 100 sheets. So if you're saying those others are cute, but they don't have a ton of pages, this has 100. I have two of that.
Patty's in at 175.
Okay. And the next one is nautical. And once again, look how many pages is in it. So nautical, that right here. And last but not least, this is a bigger notepad. It's a thicker pad, and it has a magnet on the back. So I'm going to add that as well, because I am just clearing out. Out with the old, in with the new. Because sometimes you want cute and sometimes you want big. It's like, do you want a tiny little cake pop or a whole cupcake? Or do you want a cupcake or a whole cake? So sometimes you got to decide.
Kitty's in for 2.
Woo-wee, okay.
Going twice to Kitty. If anyone else is interested, be sure to let us know.
Well, I'm so glad that y'all enjoy stationery. I know a lot of the big channels don't feel like stationery is worth their selling time, but I love selling stuff that the other channels don't sell. So I'm never too good to sell inexpensive products. That's why my auctions are bargains by Belle. Not luxuries by Belle, but bargains. And I'm okay with that. Okay. Okay, let's see what Kitty picks.
Congratulations, Kitty.
Aw, Katie has a confession in the chat, even though she's co-hosting. I love when y'all make the confessions. Her confession is stationery makes her teacher's heart happy. Oh, that's so sweet. So this is a good reminder that you might want to give these as a gift to your child's teacher or to the receptionist at your accountant's office, at your doctor's office, at your physical therapist's office. You know, all of those office professionals and teaching professionals, there are so many people that would enjoy this more than, you know, handing them a flower. So,
Kitty would like 1 chicken and 1 green sticky note.
okay. Oh, one cute and one bulk. That's fantastic. And if y'all want to see the difference in the cute versus the bulk, this is the difference. It's a big difference. Okay, thank you, Kitty. And we will work our way through the picking order. All right. So who was in what's do we have our picking order? Okay, Melissa says Patty is next. Let's see if there's anything Miss Patty might still want.
Patty would like all the animals, please.
Okay. You've all been adopted. Congratulations. No, you can't stay behind. I don't care if you can turn into a prince. It's too late. You're going to Patty and Patty's prince. Okay. So we've got all the bigger ones left. How is that? All right. Do we have anybody else in on this one? Or are we opening it up to the chat? Was Monica in on this one? Or was it just the one before this?
Melissa would like the anchor.
Okay. Great choice. All right. This is what remains. 100 pages and probably, I would guess, 100 pages as well.
This is open to the chat, and don't forget the larger rainbow one has a magnet on the back.
Yep, great to put on your fridge so that when you run out of items, you can add it to the list, or it can indicate clean or dirty, or what's most fragile, or, you know, other random notes that you need to write on your dishwasher or your freezer. Okay, last call on this. Oh no, Monica left. I didn't see her leave. Katie, if you can, when people leave, make sure I know so I can say bye, pray please.
I will do that, Belle.
Okay, thank you. All right, well, moving on, let's see if anybody likes stickers. It's going to be $2 for choice. And I've got a few different types. First, I've got some fun records, and I think there's a 50 count in each of these. This one, they're all different cows. This one, they are different. I think these are called steers. I'm not really sure. So 3 different types. Each type has 50 in them, and I'm going to start them at just $2.
Anyone interested in sticker packs tonight?
It's a peel-off adhesive situation on the back. Oh, is Nana still here? Nana, are you still here by chance? Patty Rose is in for 2. Thank you, thank you.
Looking for $2.25 on the sticker packs.
And there are no multiples, there are no duplicates. This is it. Unless y'all are interested in rolls of stickers. If y'all are interested in rolls of stickers, then you can let me know. I tell you what, these are kind of plain, so I am going to throw these in. These are just little blue dots. I kept thinking that I would use them to somehow organize or to somehow label something, and I just never did. So if anybody wants a really, I mean, hundreds and hundreds roll of little blue dots, I will add the blue dots.
Fair warning if anybody else is interested in stickers tonight.
And y'all don't forget to click the thumbs up. That's a free and easy way you can support my channel. Hopefully tonight will be a night we can get the 30 thumbs. I know other channels are trying to get 50, 60, 70, 100. I'm happy if I could just get to 30. Because I'm still small.
Congratulations, Patty. Patty would like all of the stickers except for the dots.
Okay, I get it. The dots are kind of boring. No love lost there. Okay, like I said, I didn't buy them for beauty. I bought them for an organizing idea that I had, and then I ended up doing something different. I decided that I wouldn't be able to read the little names on the dots, so I thought, why put adhesive on people's um, purchases unnecessarily? All right, but maybe somebody else has a use for the dots. We'll open this up to the chat. Just $2. Anybody for the dots? You get hundreds and hundreds here. Oh, pricing them for yard sales. I guess so, because then people wouldn't care about the adhesive and you wouldn't have to take it off before you mailed it to them. I can see that for a yard sale. I can. But I'm sure y'all can see my point, because would y'all really want blue dots on everything you bought from me? Probably not. Oh, I don't know if other sellers leave all of their dots and tape and stuff on, but I try not to put that kind of stuff on your products because I've seen people have a hard time getting the adhesive off. So,
Great idea, Patty and Melissa. If anybody else in chat is interested.
okay, we're going to pass on this. Now, during the stationery sale, I showed journal after journal after journal. There's one journal that I got another one of that I forgot to show. So I'm not going to re-show all the same journals I showed the other day. But this one I showed, I don't know, 2 weeks or a month ago, and it's sold. I managed to get one more. This one's hard bound. Hard bound. It's going to be $5. Um, but it has lines on all the pages. And it also has this little pink part at the bottom, which is kind of nice. And that's what it is. There's even a little flower right here, too. It may be looking blue, but it's purple. Totally purple. So $5 for hardbound lined journal or diary or notebook. This is the nice
I think
quality.
I think this is a great price for a hardbound and lined journal tonight.
Thank you. Has such a girly girl vibe to it. It also has kind of an artist vibe, like something one of the Impressionists might have painted back in the day. Nancy's in for 5. Thank you.
Now we're looking for 525. This could be a journal, this could be a diary, or maybe you're taking a trip and you want to make a diary of every day of your trip.
And with it having flower on it, wouldn't this be great for spring when you're trying to keep track of what you grew this spring and when you planted this flower and that flower and how many germinated and when you moved it and planted it from the starter into the ground, how tall this one grew. You could even put pictures as the flowers bloom on each different page, and it could be the journey of each flower of your flower bed for next year. This could be a gardener's delight.
What a great idea as kind of a garden journal.
Yes. Okay, we're looking for 525. If not, we are going to count it down. And then I'm going to show you something handy. Let's go ahead and count it down for you, please.
Going once, going twice, looking for 525.
It won't be long till the top of the hour with another dollar round.
Fair warning. Congratulations, Nancy.
Oh, how sweet. Oh, congratulations, Melissa.
Gift alert.
Gift alert. That's so nice. Very, very generous. Okay, this next item is going to be $2 starting bid for choice. Now I know you're saying, wait, is that a keychain? You always start keychains for $3, no matter what they look like, no matter how pretty, no matter what characters. What are you doing? You can't have a keychain for $2, Belle. Okay. Well, here's the thing. It's not particularly decorative. This part's plastic. So that's why it's starting at 2. But it is super duper handy. Let me show you what it is. Let me flip it over, and you might see the button and know. I want to let you know this one's mint green. It's looking a little gray on camera, but it's actually mint green. This one is mauve. And what it is a measuring tape on a keychain. So maybe you're going to stores to look for a pillow or look for an end table, look for a piece of framed art, and you need to see, is it going to fit in the area between my bed and the wall? Is this going to fit over my dresser? So sometimes it's really handy to have a measuring tape with you. And it's so easy to forget it. Likewise, when you're trying to get a shade for your lamp, shades are so hard to buy because you can't really just eyeball it because, for it to fit right, because you don't want it to be too big for the harp or the frame or where the bulb is hitting the lamp. So that's one time when in my own real life before auctions, where I was constantly measuring is in trying to figure out lampshades. And Kitty's in for 2, so she must have a use for this.
Looking for 225. And I think tape measures are just one of those things that's handy to have around, even if you don't use it as a keychain.
And the guys could definitely use the mint green.
That mint green is such a pretty color.
Well, if there's no further interest, let's go ahead and count this down to Kitty and get to picking.
Going once.
Oh, look what Kitty says. Kitty says you can never have too many. That's right, because when you're looking for what you need, I see some other auctions and they're always scribbling, wait, I can't find my pen. Wait, I can't find my mandrel or my ruler or, the various things they need. And I'm always thinking, if you had it on a keychain or you had it on a bracelet, we still
Going
don't hear me
twice.
gripe about those things here.
Fair warning.
And I do have multiples. So y'all make sure to let me know what color and how many.
Kitty would like one of each.
Okay, here's one of each going to Kitty. Thank you, thank you. Anybody else? I got a few more. Could be a little stocking stuffer as well. Maybe you have a husband that works with wood and needs to measure, twice and cut once.
Maybe you have someone moving into an apartment or their own room, and you know they're going to need to measure their space.
Excellent. Okay, last call on these. Okay, let me move these aside. Now, I know I was late for the last $1 hour, and I'm now about to be 2 minutes early, but I'm thinking better too early than too late. And I did give y'all the spoiler alert that we're going to have pens this round. So I'm getting out my little velvet lined handy dandy drawer. And so, Katie, tell everybody how this works.
It is time for Belle's Bargain Bonanza, where everything is starting at just $1. And this is the pen round. So, Belle has some really great options for pens if you are interested, starting only at $1 for choice.
Okay, but these aren't just going to be pens. No, no, no. They are encouragements and inspirations and motivations. The first one says, make it happen. Now, you will see some of these are the cheap ones that you just put on and take off. No, these are permanently adhered. So, permanently adhered. This is not something you put on and take off and that someday is going to fall off or kids are going to play with putting it on, taking it off. This is permanently on here. This is the good kind. Okay, so this one says, make it happen. The yellow one says, believe in yourself. Lime green says, smile to the world. When I was growing up, one of the tips my mommy gave me when I was in a bad mood is she'd say, "Oh, just smile." And I'm like, "Mommy, I don't feel like smiling." And she said, "No, no, no. There's a real research, a scientific research that says if you smile while you're talking or while you're just sitting there, eventually it will get you in a good mood." And that's where fake it till you make it idea started. Because you might be faking it at first, and then after a while, you realize, oh, wait, I am having a good time. Next, this one says, nothing is impossible.
Oh, Kitty, that's such a great idea.
Oh, read that to everybody, pretty please.
Kitty says when the pen dries up, carefully take off the sign at the top and you can turn it into a magnet.
Oh, I love that. Okay, the blue one says, be your own hero. Be your own hero. Holding out for a hero to the end of the night. Okay, Indigo says, you are awesome.
Patty's in at 1.
Okay. Purple says, let's do this.
Looking for 125.
Magenta says, life is sweet. I wonder if I could have saved this for Sunday. Would that count as food and sweets? Because it says sweet. Could I have pulled that off at a Sunday snack auction? Yeah, I'm sitting here wondering. Okay, next one says, oh, red, and it's a heart. I probably should say this for Valentine's. It says, follow your heart. Aw. Sweet, sweet. In orange, I have let your light shine. That's one of my favorite Bible verses. I'm gonna let my little light shine. Next, we have in brown, you got this. I love that there's a brown because some of these colors are a little bit girly. That way, there's always a great one that you can give to guys. In the black, we have never give up. And that's a great lesson to learn. Okay, there's got to be room. There we go. Let me see if I can adjust the camera.
I love that these have encouragement on them because we all know somebody that could probably use a little encouragement in their lives. So I think those would be a great gift. But even for yourself, if you're having a tough day and you need a little day brighten, these would be great. Or for a kiddo who maybe has in a tough year at school and working really hard.
Absolutely.
Melissa is in at 125 and Patty is out. And even the display is so bright and cheery.
Thank you.
Going once, going twice. Fair warning. Congratulations, Melissa. Be sure to let us know which ones you would like.
And Rainbow Honey, are you still here? I haven't seen a comment from you in a couple of hours, so I just want to check. I know sometimes when you're busy writing the list, you can't hardly type, so I understand, but I'm just checking because I so appreciate you making the list. Sometimes we
Melissa
forget
would like
about whoever's making the list.
you are awesome and you got this. And then she's done.
Okay. I should have told y'all to tell me what color because it's quicker to find the color. All right. You are awesome is the indigo and
The brown.
brown. Thank you, Betty. Okay. Here we go. And these are great both for adults, children, teens, college students. There's basically, any age is going to be able to use them.
Patty, are you interested?
Oh, Patty, I'm not out of anything yet.
Patty would like all of them, one each, and then she's done.
Okay. White, yellow, green, forest, turquoise, indigo, purple, magenta, red, orange, brown, and black. Okay, I got one of each. You throw these in a sack so they all stay together. Thank you, Patty. Okay, I'm getting limited on some of these.
And Bella's right. Anybody can use these. Young, old, anyone could. These are great.
Okay, any other interest? It's open to the chat.
Kitty would like the purple and the rose.
You think rose is red or magenta? I'm thinking maybe magenta. Let me see. Is it these two? Is it Life is Sweet and Let's Do This? Or did you want the red Follow Your Heart? I might need some words. Oh, wait. Make It Happen? Is that in addition or instead? Okay, here's Make It Happen. Help me out, Katie.
Kitty, let us know if those are the right colors and sayings that you would like. Kitty says that's fine.
Okay. All right, let's see if there's anybody else in the chat that might want one or some of these. Thank you, Kitty.
This is open to chat at $1.25.
Okay, I know y'all can't quite see which ones there are lots of and which of them there are very little left. So let me just tell you, the black one on the screen is the very last one. I have 2 of the white, 2 of the purple, 3 of the lime green, 2 indigo, 3 turquoise, 3 forest, only 2 orange, only 2 red, only 2 magenta, 3 yellow, and 2 brown, and just the 1 black. That's where we stand. Anybody else? Okay, I'm about to clear them away. Okay, for those of y'all who came to the stationery sale, you saw dollar pens, you saw $2 pens, and you even saw some super fancy gourmet $3 pens. And I have to tell y'all, you were gonna love those fancy stand-up bird pens. But there was one other elite $3 pen that I didn't get to show because I just ran out of time. Now, some of you may say that's a guy pen, and yeah, it might be. It's going to be $3 though. It is a sword. Look how fancy this is. And the pen part is right here. right here. And before you say that looks uncomfortable to write with, you would think that, but the thing is, you rest your hand up here, so it actually acts as a writing aid. So, because it gives you something to hold on to and press down, it's actually really comfortable, surprisingly enough. Okay, so here are the sword pens. These are going to be $3. I might need the dark background. You think it shows better with the dark background, Katie?
I think it does. Anybody interested in $3 sword pens?
Okay, let me show you all the colors. So I know I showed you the gold first, but there is also a silver and then kind of a light blue platinum. And then there's a rose gold. You
Kitty's
can
in
see
for
it better on the
3,
left side.
looking for 325.
So there's only 4 colors available. This definitely isn't the same old pen that everybody in school has or everybody in college. Just imagine how much gamers would like this, how much the role playing uh, kids would like this, or those anybody who learns to fence or use any of those rapiers in any of the hand to hand combat. These almost have kind of an Asian feel to them, like something you would see in some of those old movies, or even kind of an Excalibur vibe too.
I was just thinking that, Belle, maybe you know someone that's into medieval things. And, or like you said, maybe someone who's into dragons or role playing.
And this is definitely much more affordable than the expensive souvenirs at the Renaissance festivals. This would be $10 easy at a Ren fair.
Going once, going twice.
Now, very rarely do I ever say, get them all, get them all. Um, Once these sell out, I don't know that I will be able to get any more of these. Some things I have a fair idea that, oh, yeah, I can probably get more post-its. Oh, yeah, I can probably get more journals. I very much doubt that when these sell out, I'm going to be able to get more of these. So, if ever there were a time I was going to encourage you to either buy them for everybody you know or buy one in each color, this is one of the few times I would recommend that to everybody that's watching.
Congratulations, Kitty. Be sure to let us know which ones you would like. Kitty would like 2 rose gold.
Okay, here's 2 in rose gold, and the one on display is my last rose gold. So if anybody else wanted a rose gold, that's the last one on the um, auction block. That's it.
And, and pens can be such a great practical gift.
Yes. Imagine giving one of these to your literature professor, to your history professor or a teacher. So, to the guy that runs the trivia game at your wherever you play trivia.
Melissa would like 1 gold.
Okay, here's a gold. what was that old cartoon character who had, what was it, by the power of Grayskull, and then he would pull this sword out and it was like a Saturday morning cartoon. You may be too young to remember it, but I remember that as a kid. I don't know if any of y'all remember that.
I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember his name.
Oh, for Phoenix, wonderful. You know, I'm looking at it upside down. It almost looks like the shape of a phoenix. Okay, last call. Anybody else? I'm thinking this is going to be one of those things that the people on the replay are going to see and be like, wait, wait. And I'm going to get all these descriptions of, you remember when you showed this, that, and the other? Although I love when people are able to give me like a timestamp. One person even sent me a photo, and I'm like, oh, this is so helpful. Because even though I can't send photos, I can receive photos.
Anyone else in chat interested?
Patty Rose knows. I love when y'all know what I'm talking about, even though I don't call it the right thing or title it correctly. Thank you, thank you, thank you, sweetheart. I love when we're on the same train of thought. I appreciate you, Patty. All right, let me move these aside. They'll be available on the replay. Okay, now during the stationery sale, I showed some pencil pouches, but what I didn't show, just because I ran out of time, I know y'all are like, it was 3 hours. How could you not show everything? How could you run out of time? Well, I have a lot of product. But anyway, these are not limited to just for pens and pencils. Let me show you what they are. These could definitely be in your bathroom, and you could put your makeup brushes in it. Although I also have one for my office. So let me show you. Oops, it's going to catch on my tablecloth. It's better to hold it. It's actually what we call a lazy Susan. Not that Susans are lazy, but one of those terms that we use down south for it. So let me see if I can set it on here. Yeah, it just catches on my tablecloth. So it turns really nice, and I like that it's three different layers. The fact that it's three different heights is really helpful because, you know, some pens and pencils are taller, plus you might want to put, you know, scissors and such in the top. So this is going to be $5. $5 for this one.
And like Belle said, it could also be used in the bathroom. So maybe for eyeliners, lip liners, mascaras.
Exactly. But if maybe that's not your design, maybe you say, well, I just don't have any white stuff in my bathroom that doesn't go with my decor. Um, who can't use clear in their bathroom or in their office? This is another one of those I use for both. This to me is perfect for keeping your post it notes. And then I have different things in here from markers and sharpies, glue sticks, and other things that just fit mighty fun. So it will be choice 4, 5. So, but this would also work in your bathroom as well for your cleansers and moisturizers and so forth. I just never found one that so perfectly held post-its. So I'll be honest, I bought this for my bathroom and then I thought, you know, it might be better in my office. And I ended up moving it. But you know what will work best for you. Two totally different types of organizers. But if you don't know if white's going to match what you have going on, go for the clear. Clear's going to go for everything.
That's a great point, Belle. Anybody interested? And $5. Oh, or since we had crafty people in chat tonight, maybe you can organize colored pencils, markers, paintbrushes.
Great ideas. Okay, last call on these then. I especially love that the white one turns. Because that way when I'm saying, wait, where's the color lipstick I want? No, I don't want blush today. No, red's too dark. I need something that's just kind of nude. No, maybe coral. And I can just kind of keep looking and turning until I find just the right shade that I want for the outfit I'm going for. So, okay, we're gonna. I'm okay, and I didn't break it. That's one of the great things about it. It's really secure. And you learn that even when I drop things, I'm still not a cusser. That's just not who I am. Okay, these socks are going to be $4, and you're like, you just sold socks for $2. What are you doing? Well, these are 2 packs. And this first one is in honor of Elvis Presley. And you'll see this one says, I heart Elvis. And also spells out Elvis. And you'll see these are from 2025. So they're old. Anytime on any channel somebody sells you socks and they're saying, oh, they're new, always look to see the year and you'll see, are they really new or have they just not been opened yet? Next one is in honor of space, the final fear. Tom, tom, tom. This one has NASA on it, and the back one has planets and rockets and stars. Great for those aspiring astronomers or maybe just a science fiction geek or nerd. These are one size fits all, so they can be for a man, for a woman, for a teen boy or teen girl. $4 for a 2 pack.
Any Elvis fans in chat tonight, or anyone that you know who's an Elvis fan?
Maybe that hunka hunka burnin' love that you're married to? Or maybe that guy who kids about the jailhouse rock? Okay, we're going to clear these away. How about a couple of necklaces? It's too much of a glare. All right, this first one is going to start out at $7. It's a pretty flower and it has a clear gemstone in the center. Then it is articulated with a dangle. It's kind of a lotus type flower. You'll see it's got a nice big veil on it, and look at this beautiful chain. It's one of those liquidy chains, not the standard cheap chain with the links in it. One of those liquid type necklaces. This to me is just so elegant and stately and is going to go with everything. And yet it's still feminine and demure. And I just love that the bottom is articulated with the dangle.
Such a pretty necklace, and I love the dangle coming off it. I think that adds such great movement to an outfit. Starting bid at $7 if anyone's interested. And I love that it comes with a chain as well. It's ready to wear and ready to gift.
Okay, if there's no interest in that one, let's look at this one. This one is going to start at 6. This is a beautiful turquoise heart and a really lovely elaborate setting on this pendant. You'll see it's a big bail in case you want to swap out the chain to it. Although it's on a nice long chain, you could, once again, get out to make it shorter or longer, depending on what your preferences are. Just $6. Let me show you the back as well. You'll see it's open so that the stone can breathe.
$6 starting bid, and Belle's right. That bale is a larger size, so if you want to put a different chain on it, you always can. And turquoise is such a beautiful stone.
All right, let's move this to the side. Next, I have a beautiful demure cross. This one has some sodalite stones in it. You very rarely see crosses with blue in them. So often it's black, it's red, it's white, sometimes pink even. But you rarely see blue, and I thought this one was really pretty and well done. I'm going to start this one at 7.
A starting bid for a beautiful cross necklace with stones inside. Anyone in chat interested? And again, another large bale in case you're interested in swapping out chains.
Okay, let's pass on this. Next, who likes green? This is a gorgeous green. It's a rhinestone or a crystal. Obviously, being a substantial size, it's not a gemstone. But look who is watching over it. Let me adjust the extension because it's in the way. You can see it better now. Look at that little sweetie pie just resting its chin on top of the gemstone. And the pretty little tail cascading beside it. I just think that's darling. All right, we're going to start this one at 7. Pretty color, pretty animal.
What a beautiful necklace. And I think the gold tone goes so pretty with that green stone.
Hmm.
Starting bid at $7. And it looks like it has an extender on it. So if you
Look at
want to
that.
wear this necklace a little bit longer, you always can.
Okay, I'll show y'all one more necklace. This just muscle recrown, and we'll go on to something else. This is a fabulous statement necklace. This one is going to start at 10. No, maybe it was better with the light on. So it is floral, gold tone, some pretty little rosettes in the center. They're coming across red, but they're actually magenta. So this is one of those pieces that's great with just a plain shirt, even a plain t-shirt, or if you wear it with something floral, because it has the open work, it's going to show the flowers through the open work.
This is such a wonderful statement necklace, and the stones are so beautiful. If you're a pink girl or a pink fan or know somebody that is, I think this is a great choice.
Okay, last call for this. This is probably one of those pieces that people have to think about, and I'll get some messages on the replay from somebody who was tossing and turning, thinking, I don't need that. Well, maybe I do. Well, maybe I need to ask my husband. Let me think about it. I can always let Belle know. It's funny when I get those messages and people kind of take me on their journey where they thought about it, and they weren't sure and they had to ask, and but they can't stop thinking about it, and then they thought of a couple of items that they have, a dress or a blouse that it look good with. It's funny how you learn the whole thought process when people take you through it when they order on. They love to learn how they came to their decision. That just so interests me. Well, let's go to some hygiene, health, and beauty type items. I've got a soothing bath crumbles. We're going to start these at 2, and these are pomegranate, musk, and honey. That's going to be the first flavor, $2 for choice.
Ooh, who doesn't love a calm bath at the end of the day?
Next choice is strawberry and jasmine. Jasmine's a flower.
Your choice of bath crumble starting at just $2. And the bag looks like you get quite a bit inside.
Yes, you're going to get 5.2 ounces. So, and you can decide how much or how little you put in. Maybe you want lots of scent. Maybe you want just a little scent. You could eke this out, or, you could have a couple few overwhelming baths. It's up to you. But I don't know about y'all. I'm a person that likes to soak in the bath. But the problem is when you just soak in the bath, um, there's no smell, because most of the time the smell comes from either your shampoo or comes from your body wash. So when you're just soaking, there's not really that pleasant smell. But what I love is when you soak with the soothing bath crumbles. Here, the bath is already scented. You can smell it just while you're getting undressed and getting your products out and getting your robe or your towels ready or whatever. You can smell it while you're sitting there and you're thinking about things, or you're praying or meditating, or some people even listen to podcasts or YouTube or watch movies while they're sitting in there. But regardless of what you're doing, you get to experience the aromatherapy effect just from the smell.
Yes, Patty, the names are very fun.
Okay, just $2. $2. Okay, last call. Now, many times when I have things that come in big packs, I debate, do I take them apart and individually sell them, or do I sell them by the pack? And for those of y'all that came to the stationery sale, I sold some big amounts of stationery at the very end because I knew we didn't have time to sell them individually because we had to get to Colleen's birthday. Although Colleen ended up being late, so I really could have sold more. But anyway, and so sometimes I'll sell things by big packs, and sometimes I will sell things individually. So I was debating about that here. I think I'm going to try to sell these by the big pack. And if y'all want me to open them up, I can tediously sell them individually. But I've got these 10 packs of flavored lip balms. So I'm going to start these at $8. So if I need to open them up, y'all know they'll be $1 each. So this way you are saving. Don't know if the camera is going to focus in on the flavors. I think that one's berry, strawberry, mango, cherry, candy flavored. I can't read the blue, but I'm thinking maybe blueberry, uh, berry, strawberry. Let's say lemon. Oh, gum flavored. And then here, this one is Marvel. And see if it tells the superheroes. Berry, spy cherry, mischievous watermelon, royal grape, citrus spell, red white blueberry, Stark Industries fruit punch, and incredible apple. Okay, so looking for $8 for this big multi pack for choice.
This is a great stocking stuffer, or even if you need to break them up, this could be a great option for multiple gifts.
Any interest on these? With the cold weather coming up, to me, cold weather is the weather where your lips start cracking, start getting chapped. You don't want to wait till they break or they bleed. And so many times, kids and men especially um, will let it go too long. And, once they start getting chapped and breaking and bleeding, it's too late. They're like, well, I didn't know we had any, or I didn't think it was for guys. SpongeBob and Marvel, those were for guys.
Yes, everybody needs chapstick.
Okay. Well, last call on these then. You know what? I don't think I've had a price drop. I'm going to take the Marvel back, but if anybody wants SpongeBob, because I have multiples of SpongeBob, Melissa, I'm going to drop the price of SpongeBob down to 7. Down to 7 for all of these. And if anybody wants me to open these up and sell for $1 each, y'all let me know. I can do that too.
Price drop if you're interested in any SpongeBob chapstick. Or if you are interested, you can always Belle agreed to open them up.
All right, we're going to pass on this. Next, $2. I have apple scent of Suave shampoo. It is infused with apple extract and vitamin E. I think apple is one of those scents that will work with both men and women. Looking for $2.
I agree, Belle, and Suave is a brand that is, trustworthy and a great brand, only starting at $2.
But I'm also going to add in waterfall mist. Maybe somebody would prefer waterfall mist.
Only $2 for choice. Maybe this is a shampoo that you keep in a guest bathroom. So you have visitors coming over and they don't need to bring their own shampoo. This could just be available for them.
And in a pinch, I don't know if y'all know this, but shampoo can be used for body wash. Don't put your body wash in your hair. But if it's safe enough for hair, it's also safe enough for body. And one of the behind the scenes tricks I watched from a behind the scenes movie episode was when they want to make a lot of bubble bath. They don't use actual bubble bath in the movies. They use shampoo because it foams and bubbles up more. Did y'all know that? Okay, last call on these. Well, I think we have had a super fun night. I see our numbers are declining a little bit. And I want to thank Melissa for running the chat. Melissa will be co hosting with me tomorrow for the Sunday snack sale, which is not just food, it also has kitchen gadgets, cups, plates, servingware, towels, and much more. I also want to thank Rainbow, who we don't see a lot in the chat, but she is watching with pen and paper and helping ever so much. I also want to thank Katie for coming to co host. She's going to get an email real soon asking if she wants to co host regularly on Saturday Her social schedule might not allow, but I'm still going to ask anyway because she does a wonderful job. And even if her voice is a little tired, she still doesn't cancel last minute. She fulfills commitments, helps out, and always has a joyful heart. And I adore that. I also want to shout out the members. I so appreciate those of y'all who are ballerinos with your names in green. Thank you for purchasing those memberships and showing that financial support to me. But I also want to thank everybody in the chat just for typing and keeping me company, being social. YouTube does count the number of comments. Even Restream sends me a message after every telecast with not only how many views and how many thumbs and the runtime, but the number of messages. So even the streaming services count that, and they, if it's more or less and by what percentage than the previous. So just having people chat literally helps my algorithm and statistics. So y'all tune in tomorrow where Rainbow will be running the chat, well, where Melissa will be co-hosting, and then on Monday with Jane. So I thank everybody. I want to let y'all know that I am so grateful for y'all. You are what make it possible to have auctions. And I say, laissez les bon temps rouler. Let the good times roll. Roll in your life. Roll in your heart. Roll in your soul. Roll